Okay, so we're looking at prime numbers. You've probably heard this before, but I just want to go over it with you. So first of all, even numbers are any number that can be divided by 2. That means that it can be divided by 2 with no remainder. An odd number can't be divided by 2 because there is a remainder. Okay. Now, a composite number is an integer, so it's a number that can be negative or positive, that can be divided by at least one other number other than itself. So you can always divide a number by itself, but a composite one means it can be by itself and another number. All right, then you get a prime number. It's an integer, so a number whose only factors are 1 and itself. So only 1 goes into it and itself goes into it. No other numbers. Those are prime numbers, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this session. A factor is a number that can divide another number without a remainder. So it fits into another number. That's what a factor is. And a prime factor is an expression of numbers that divides another integer without a remainder where all the factors are prime. And we're going to be doing that later. Don't worry too much about that. The most important thing I want you to look at here is prime numbers. Okay, so what numbers are prime? So let's look at a number grid from 1 to 100 and see how they're discovered. So here we've got 1 to 100. First of all, we're going to take 1 out. 1 isn't included in this kind of summary because it's a special number. Block 1 out. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take out numbers at a composite factor of 2. So it means that 2 goes into it and another number can go into it. So there they all. So 2 and another number go into it, so they're gone. So now we're going to look at the composite numbers of 3. And you notice that 2 is not there because the only number that goes into 2 is 2 itself and 1. So that means it's prime, so it has to stay there, okay? So composite numbers of 3, those are all gone now. And then 5, those are all gone. And the composite numbers of 7. Right, so now we are left with just the prime numbers. So composite numbers can be placed into varying types of rectangles, and I'm going to show you because prime numbers can't. So if we've got a composite number which is 6, can you see we could draw a square around that? And it's neat, we've got 2 by 3. If we've got 15, we've got a square around that, and that would be 3 by 5. And we have got 24, which would give us the 4 by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's right. Now when you've got a composite number, it looks different. So here we've got 7. Can you see we can't put the square around it because there's 1 extra? Okay. Here we've got 17. Again, we've got the 2 at the bottom. And we've got the diamonds. We're 29. We've got 1 at the bottom. So we can't, so those are prime numbers. Okay, so we can't put them neatly into a square. All right, a prime number cannot be divided by anything other than 1 and itself. So I want you to write that down. It's very important. Okay, guys, I want you to go ahead and see if you can identify some of these.